5th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Nefesh Hahaim.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Continue, Mayor, please.
Ukafishi or hit kravutam. So what I say accordingly, the shiur, the measurement of their closeness,
Right.
okay, the vakim, and their attachment of Israel, a love on him, Hashem. I guess that's on Hashem.
Right.
Okay. Oh, the hefek, or the opposite, heaven forbid. Hayani kar hakol be'inyan amidat hakruvim derech nes v'fela. That let's see, it was let's see, that all recognize nikar.
Yes.
The matter of the standing of the kruvim, derech is a way of a miracle and a wonder, a nes v'fela. Okay.
Right. In other words, according to the shear that Klal Yisrael would endeavor to bring themselves close to Hashem and to cleave to Hashem, or chas v'sholem the opposite. Haya nikr hakol. All of that was evident. The inyan amidas hakruvim, in the matter of the positioning of the standing of the kruvim, in a miraculous and a wondrous way.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Impenehem Yashar Yechzu Elav Yitbarak Shemam. So let's see, if your face is Yashar, what we're straight, Yechzu Elav, that Hashem would grasp them, Yechezu.
Chazi is a language of sight, like chazon.
Oh, chazon.
In penehem yashar yechazu. If their faces were facing straight at Hashem Yisborach, that's referring to the Jewish people.
Okay.
Gama kruvim. So too, the kruvim would reflect that, and they would umdu us penehem ishalachiv. Then at that point, the kruvim would position themselves in a way that they were facing ishalachiv.
Oh,
one man, his fellow.
Oh, yep. Okay. Okay. So face fellow to fellow. Okay, very good. Im hafchu penehem me'at mitzadei itzdudei ken hayani kara inyan tekef b'churuvim. Okay, or if they change their positions, their faces a little bit from what the side
picture for me. It's
from side to side?
not blurred. There's no picture of it.
Mitzad day, oh,
Don't know
it's
what
due
happened
day.
with it.
Yeah, they would be in a they wouldn't be. This is the language of the Gemara. That's why he's using this funny language over here. That's the
Oh.
language of the Gemara. That
Aramaic. Yeah.
yeah, for the language of Tzad, that they would be, they wouldn't be directly facing, but they would be on the side, meaning partially facing towards the other kruv and partially facing in the direction of the heichal.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Kain hayani kar ha'inyan techef b'kruvim. Oim chas v'shalom ifnu oref.
Yeah.
Gam ha'kruvim
Oh, okay.
rega ifnu. V'hafchu p'neihem Ishmael echa achiv gamrei chas v'shalom.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I made a mistake. It's Stadade at Stude. Over there, he's referring to Klal Yisrael. If they turned away a little bit from facing directly towards Hashem, and that's sort of like a way of describing how much they are turning towards him in endeavoring to do the avodas Hashem, of course. So then, if they turned away a bit and were interested in doing other things other than the Hashem, even if it would be just a partial turning away, Kain haya niker ha'inyan tekef b'kruvim. That turning away would immediately be apparent in the positioning of the kruvim, and they would also not directly face one another, but they would be facing partially towards one another and partially towards the heichal.
Oh, okay.
We can see you now properly, Alan.
Oh, good. Welcome, Alan.
But you're
There
muted.
he is. Good morning, Alan. Shavua Tov.
But you're muted, Alan.
You could unmute yourself now, Alan.
There you are.
Okay.
Now you're totally
It's
there.
Yeah.
My picture doesn't come in very dark. I don't know why.
Oh, it's perfect. It's good.
For us, it's good.
Seems to be always like that. But okay,
Oh.
but we're in.
It's great now. It's very good. Baruch Hashem. Okay, so now we're going to continue. Then just the last phrase he said, "O im chas v'sholem hafchu oref."
Okay, Hafhu.
Yeah.
Oh, Vim Hasu Hafhu Oref. Okay. Gam HaKruvim Kerega Hifnu V'Hafhu Penehem Ish Me'al Achiv Legamrei Chas V'Shalom.
Right. So this is referring to they would it's first referring to Klal Yisrael. O im chas v'sholom hifnu oref. If Klal Yisrael would chas v'sholom, oref is the nape of the neck. So hifnu oref would be to turn around and turn to give their back to Hashem, so to speak, chas v'sholom. In other words, not to be partially turned away from Hashem, but to be completely turned away from Hashem. If that would be chas v'sholom, gam kruvim, also the kruvim, karega, at that very moment, hifnu v'hafchu pneihem ish me'al achiv legamre. They would completely turn away from their faces from one another, and not simply be not be totally facing one another, and also not even be partially facing one another, but they would be completely not facing one another. So like almost with their one faced the opposite way from the other one, to not be facing one another at all.
Wow.
So he's described three different positions over here, all reflecting the spiritual climate of the Jewish people towards Hashem. Okay, so now he goes into this Gemara in Yuma, and we'll ask Roy to continue the reading.
No, sorry, I can't read at the moment. I can listen, but I can't read.
Okay.
But that's sort of a minor migraine. It's my vision is distorted.
Oh,
Oh, really? Okay.
yes. Refuah Shlema, Roy.
Thank you.
Feel better.
Yeah.
I think I'll put myself on. Stop the video. There you
Rabbi,
are.
what date and chapter are we on right now?
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8. Okay.
But we're in part 1. Part 1, chapter 8. Or maybe they call it gate 1. It's like the airport. You got gate 1, gate 2, gate 3. Okay, so, and we're right at the very end of chapter 8 over here. We're concluding this section with the Krubim. Chapter 8 is about the Krubim. So now he's going to bring the Gemara in Yuma that we saw the other day. And starts with Uke'inyan she'amru Chazal b'Yuma. And in this matter, it's said in the Gemara in Yuma that Chazal said. And we call upon Lou to continue the reading.
All right, I'm trying to find it. Uke'inyan, I don't see it.
What volume have you got, Lou? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's
this one.
that's the. Oh yeah, Nefesh Hahaim. That's the one I've got. It's on page 178. The 8 is sort of coming in and out all the time. 178.
178. Really?
That's where I have my English.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so the opposite of that is 179. So that's where I'm looking. Oh, here it is. Uke'inyan. I see it. Uke'inyan she'amru zichronam livracha. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so concerning the matter that they say they of blessed memory, I guess that's referring to the sages.
Yeah. Yes.
Bioma shehayu migal lin ha paroches le regalim. So in the day that they would roll the curtain of the people who come to the regalim is the regal is the holiday.
Hey, the pilgrims.
The pilgrims, that's the word I wanted. The pilgrims. Umar'in lahem hakiruvim shehayu meurin zel bezeh. And they would see.
They would show them. Marin is the causative, to cause them to see.
They would cause them to see the kruvim that were facing each other.
No, here Ma'urin is that they were in an embrace, Rashi explained over there in the Gemara.
They were embracing each other.
Yeah, not just looking towards one another.
V'omrim lahem, and they would say to them, Ra'u chi baschem lifnei hamakom kule. See, the chi baschem is love.
From the word chiba, endearment.
See the endearment of Hashem for you.
Right.
Uva Zohar Teruma Kaf Nun Bet Amid Bet E Masai Ihi Biracha Mei. In the Zohar, in the section called Truma, I don't know, what is Amasai?
Amasai, when?
When it would be that Hashem, the merciful one, Amar Le, he would say, B'shata dichruvim mehadran kule. I don't know what b'shata is.
Okay, so that's Aramaic for the word b'shah.
The time?
At the time.
That the kruvim mehadran we're embracing,
are turning,
turning.
Yeah, they're coming, they're returning to it's the Hebrew word is machzirim. Mahader is to be machzir. So it means to return.
Right.
They're returning their position to a position of facing one another. That's what we see in the hemsheich, in the continuation of the words of the Zohar. Umistaklon anpin ba'anpin, and now they are looking directly, intently, face to face. Each one is looking in the face of the other. That's the time of Rachamim.
But why does it say kedin?
No, that's an Aramaic word. It doesn't mean din in Lashon HaKodesh.
Actually, it's kedain, I guess.
Yeah.
Kol gavnin
Maybe the inun kruvim
non kule. I don't know.
So, kevan de inun kruvim mistaklin anpin ba'anpin, since the kruvim are now looking face to face, facing one another, looking face to face. So then, Kedain Kol Gavnin Mistaknin. At that time, then what is this word over here? They're mittaknin. They are fixing up, I guess, from the word tikkun. Mittaknin, and I have in the bottom over here the Targum of the Zohar, Kol Hatzevaim. Kol Hatzevaim, all of the hosts on high in the tzava of Hashem on high, they all are mitaknim. They are ready and positioned in a good way to give rachamim to Klal Yisrael, I suppose. Moshe Mesadrim Yisrael Tikunehem El Kodesh Baruch Hu Kach Omed Akol V'Kach Mistader. Just like Klal Yisrael, when they arrange their affairs and their doings and their behaviors, so that they are in a good fashion towards Hakadosh Baruch Hu, so too all the hosts, all the army above does the same. That's what it says in the Zohar. So in other words, I think the reason why he brought this Zohar is that you see that really it's not only the kruvim that reflects the relationship of Klal Yisrael and how Klal Yisrael is endeavoring to do the Ratzon Hashem, and that's reflected in the position of the kruvim. But also, it's even reflected in the tzava Hashemayim, in the heavenly hosts before Hashem in upstairs. Also, it's not just the kruvim.
So what the kruvim are doing is reflected in Shemayim.
Yeah, I don't know which one is reflecting the other one. They're both in both places. They're reflecting what Klal Yisrael is doing. It all starts with Klal Yisrael. They're the ones that are causing the kruvim to be positioned in this way of love and affection and rachmanis. And so too we see the Zohar is saying that in Shemayim also the malachim are also in that way as well. They respond to what it is that Klal Yisrael is doing. Okay, so
Uve parashas acharei nun tet resh ayin bet sheves achim kulei. So in the parsha that's after Nun Tet, what is this Reish Ayin Bet?
It's the beginning of Reish means that the Rosh of. It's the beginning of.
Okay.
Beginning of Ayin base, I think is probably Amid base.
Ah, okay.
Nun tes is the daf, and ayin base is the daf base on the amud base.
Right. Okay, so now Shevis Achim, etc., is referring to that pasuk, which we make a song out of. Hine Matov, I think, is the beginning of it.
Tov manoim shevis achim gam yachad.
Yeah.
Right. How good it is! How good it is! How pleasant it is when brothers are sitting together as a in shalom and in unity and in ava.
B'sha'ata de havu chad b'chad mashgichin on pin ba'anpin kasiv. That at the time that it is that they're together with each other. What is this anpin?
That's Aramaic for face to face.
Face to face. So the time that the Jewish people are together, chad v'chad, the cheruvim are face to face. Ma tov uma na'im, how good and how pleasant. Kule. B'chad mehader de chura anpoi min nukva vai leolam kule.
Ader the
What is chad?
Nukva vai lealma. Kad mahader, and when kad is when mahader dechura he turns he turns his when he turns his face on puye min nukva, he turns his face away from the nukva, as is referring to the other crew. I think it's referring to the other crew because we said before that Rashi brought down that they really represent a man and woman. Maybe that's according to this Zohar that he's bringing here. They're referring to them as man and woman. So that's why it says over here minukva. Nukva is referring to the woman. When the man turns away from the woman, but it would seem to be that it would be the other way around, but okay. In any case, there's a turning away. And that's referring to Klal Yisrael turning away from Hashem. Oh, that's what it is. Dechura is yes. Here's an Aramaic rule for you. In Aramaic, when you see a dalid, it generally, oftentimes, it can be replaced with a zayin in Lashon HaKodesh. So therefore, this word dechura is referring to zachor, zachura, which is a zachar, which is a male. So when it's saying over here, dekad mahader dechura anpe min nukva, when the man turns his face away from the woman. See that?
Yes. And what is the word vai?
Oi.
Oi. Oy vey voy. So it's terrible throughout the world.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about the male kruvim and the female kruvim. We're talking about humans.
We're talking about the Kruvim. 1 second. Yeah, it doesn't make.
Because I didn't realize that they were male and female. I thought they were depicted as babies.
Well, Rashi mentioned this. Well, the reason that we mentioned a man and a female, Rashi mentioned male and a female in the Gemara in Yuma, is because when they were in embrace, Rashi said this is a portrayal of the great Ava that we find in this world. The great Ava that we find in this world is between a man and a woman.
Right.
So yeah, it's a little bit yeah, it's a little bit hard to figure it out. That's the translation of the words.
Right.
So you want to know, is that referring to flesh and blood, or is it referring to the Kruvim? Well, whatever it's referring to, but what we know for a fact is that the Kruvim don't do anything. I mean, the Kruvim are just they're just puppets that are portraying what exists by Klal Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's for sure. So he's talking about, I don't. You'd have to take a look up in the Zohar. It's a bit of a curveball over here, that he's mixing up all these different expressions over here. For somebody who's like me, who is not well versed in the Zohar, it's quite difficult to follow over here, back and forth between the male and the female, and the Klal Yisrael and Hashem and the Malachim, and I don't know. He's got me coming and going. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Those are what the words mean. What they're representing here is that like I said before, it's definitely the case that it's referring to Klal Yisrael. Is it referring to? Is it only referring to? Up until now, we've only been talking about the relationship of Klal Yisrael with Hashem. So whatever that right, that part of the Klal Yisrael's relationship with Hashem is the mitzvah of shalom bayis between man and a woman. That's for sure. But I don't think that it only means to refer to that mitzvah. I don't think so. But that's the okay. Yeah. Wow, I don't see any I don't really see any resolution of the question that he originally posed, though. That I don't really see. Because if you remember, the question that he asked on the Gemara in where was that Gemara? Gemara in Baba Basra, when we had the Machlokes, was we understand one Mandomer that says that their positioning was facing towards one another. But we don't understand the other Manda Omer, that the position was that they were facing half towards one another and half towards the Heichal. And we understood that Machlokes was how their main positioning is. So I'm gonna need to have some help from Rev Barkley over here. I don't see how what the answer is over here. I do not see it. All he's saying here is that the Kruvim would reflect the positioning of Klal Yisrael. So that would be after their original positioning, they would reflect the position of Klal Yisrael. Would both of the views in the Gemara and Bava Basra subscribe to that? It would seem that they would. I don't think that they're arguing about that. And so I don't know what he's coming to answer over here. I really don't know. I'm confused over here by what he's saying over here now. Wow, because I don't see how it answers what he asked. He's just bringing a source after source that the Kruvim are the positioning of the Kruvim go according to the spiritual state of the Jewish people at that very moment. That's all he's saying here. That's all. I don't see any more than that. But the machlokes in the Gemara and Bava Basra about the Kruvim was, I thought, what's their main positioning? How are they supposed to be a mainly positioned? And he asked, why should one of them say that the main positioning is not in a way of total love and closeness between the Jewish people and Hashem? So how's he answering that? Not sure. Okay. Okay, that's the question. I have a good question now for Rev Barkley.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, have a good trip, Lou.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you. I
yes,
think
yeah,
I'll hang in there for one more share.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good trip, Blue. Take care.
Thank you, Roy. Feel better.
Both of you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
be well.
feel better
Refuah
already.
Shlema, Roy.